Assalamu alaikum, my name is Salim Siddiqui, and you're watching the HotConflict.com series, on the importance of Eid al-Adha, the great celebration of the Muslims. As we said, we're doing a video series on the importance of the great Eid celebration, the great Muslim festival. As you know, Muslims all over the world have gathered together to pray and bow their head to the Lord and worship the Lord Most High all over the planet Earth. And at the same time, as it so happens that the Muslims are doing what you know is called the Hajj, and the holy house in Mecca, where they are going around the holy house and gathering for the annual pilgrimage, some 4 or 5 million Muslims. And we're talking about the importance of this great celebration. And we're telling you the story of the truth. And we're telling it to you in a strange way. As you know, on the HotConflict.com website, we tell you stories in a strange way, in a way that you never heard before. And so from here on, as I have sworn, I am going to give you the tale, and it's going to be stranger than you've ever heard before. I'm going to give you the truth like it's never been spoken in your own tongue by the English language, and I am giving you the story so that you understand it. Now, if the story is true, it should explain everything and all of your questions, and you should be able to see the signs that we have spoken of. But let's continue in the situation where we left off exactly from the last video. We are at a strange and dark time on this planet we called Earth. We said focus on the one truth, that our race, the sons of Adam, are in a war of the light versus the darkness. We are trying to keep hold of the truth of the light, that there is only one God. And this is the truth that your father Adam was trying to tell you. And we followed our chain down the chains of stories. And we followed our prophets, and we reiterate the fundamentals. The fundamentals have always been the same. That there is only one God. He created the angels with wings and beautiful out of light. They have no free will and they do not disobey. But another creation he made are the jinns, and perhaps there are many species which we know of and some we do not. They are made of smokeless fire in various forms. And we've talked about some of the descriptions of that, so we'll go back and listen to that if you don't understand that yet. But the story must get more strange, so pay attention. The fundamentals are that the Lord would send messengers to you speaking the word in a way that was clear to tell you the truth with the word of the Lord. And that all of the children of Adam, when they live, they are to search for this truth, and that all of the children of Adam die, and that you have a soul, and that you will all be raised and judged by the one and only judge who has created you, me, and this world, and everything in it, and anyone in it. And you will be punished and rewarded because of your faith and the actions that you raised. And there is a heaven and there is a hell, and your soul shall live in eternity and everlasting. And we said the final fundamental is that all of this is destined and planned by the will of Allah, and nothing is coincidental. So if you understood where we are and understood the fundamentals, then you see the desolate nature of the world. And what is happening is that nowhere on the earth is the remembrance of the true Lord, and nobody is holding clearly the true word that God has last sent. The children of Israel have what they have left from Solomon and David and the Psalms and the books that they had, and Moses and the commandments. And all of the Muslims who say we are Muslims will tell you, as the fundamentals of faith have told us, we believe in every one of the true books from the Lord. That is the fundamental of the faith. And we believe in every single one of the prophets that came, because that is the fundamentals of faith. All those who call themselves Muslims mean they have submitted to the truth of the light of the Lord. And Islam means in Arabic to submit to the truth of the light of the Lord. And what is it that you are hearing? You are hearing for the first time the story of the truth of the light in your own language, ladies and gentlemen. And so from this moment on, you are going to hear a tale that is so strange. And so I say as a warning, whether you call yourself a Muslim by name, or a Hindu, or a Jew, or a Christian, or say that you are a Satan worshiper or anything else, you are being given the tale for the first time. The truth of the light in your own English language. And as I've told you, these names have not mattered to me as much as the reality that we are the descendants and sons of Adam, the human race on this planet. Have you been listening to the story? Now, if you've paid attention to the signs and you've understand the fundamentals, and you understand what is going on in the earth, then you must be seeing something in the way that the tale is told. We know that at this point, there is turmoil on the lands, and nowhere is the true word being practiced. And nowhere is there a house of God upon the last true light. And this is a problem on the earth. But as I've been telling the tale, oh, praise and glory be to God, you know that the story of the truth must come to an end. And the tale must bring a final act. Well, we're not at the very final act, as we all know. But we're coming to one of the indicators that there is something significant going on in the story, a part so dramatic that you've ever understood the way a story is told, then you will see the importance of what is about to happen. Jesus, the son of Mary, the last true prophet of the light, has ascended. And that there is a sign of what must come. And that there is a sign of what must come. So what is happening on the earth? What is happening on the earth, as I said, is there is misguidance. And the forces of darkness, as this is a battle between light versus dark, have gotten control of this planet that we call Earth. And so at this moment, we are saying that the fundamental story has always been what? That the descendants of the true line have been trying to maintain the only fundamental, that there is only one God. And although Jesus tried to teach his people that, and so did Solomon, and so did David and Moses and all the prophets before, and all the prophets told the truth, and many of their people followed the truth of the light, and time as it is corrupts all things. And as a Muslim, I am saying this, that obviously anybody watching this in this day and age knows that of the Muslim, there are sons of Adam. Some of them are great, some of them are low. I am not here to defend anybody from my community, but just to tell the story of the truth of the light. And so the names and the categories no longer truly matter, but the story of the truth really does. So it should be clear in a story, if a change is going to happen, we should see a sign. Now, how bad is the situation? We said that we go back and understand if the story is always told, it is told by the fundamental. That the bearer of the truth on this planet was the great father Abraham, who said, I want from my descendants to be bearers of the light, to make sure that on this earth, the worship of the Lord still exists. My Lord, he said, is the one who gives life and takes life, the only true Lord, the Lord who created you and me and everything in this universe. And with that, he and his noble firstborn son, Ishmael, built the great and holy house in Mecca.